Tension between Shaq and LeBron recently erupted into what many are calling one of the most intense altercations the NBA has seen in years. The incident reportedly took place behind the scenes at Ball Arena following the Lakers' loss to the Nuggets on March 5th. While the league appears to be keeping things under wraps, accounts from insiders suggest that Shaq completely lost his composure, confronting LeBron in the tunnel and escalating the situation into a physical clash. Sources claim it became so volatile that multiple security personnel and assistants had to intervene, physically restraining Shaq to prevent the situation from spiraling even further. What exactly led to this explosive moment is worth examining in detail. To understand the full picture, it's necessary to revisit the game itself. While many fans focused on LeBron surpassing the all-time field goals record early in the first quarter, a milestone of 15,838 made shots, the broader performance tells a very different story. Despite the statistical achievement, critics argue that his overall conduct during the game undermined the legacy built by past Lakers greats. By the fourth quarter, with just 4 minutes remaining and the Lakers trailing 110-106, the stage was set for a defining moment. Historically, this is when elite players rise to the occasion, embodying leadership and resilience. However, what followed was widely viewed as deeply underwhelming. During a crucial play, LeBron drove past Nikola Jokic and scored a layup, only to collapse immediately afterward as if severely injured. He remained on the floor for an entire possession, leaving his team to defend 4-on-5, effectively gifting the Nuggets an easy transition opportunity. Observers noted that he appeared to exaggerate contact in hopes of drawing a foul, despite a recent 2026 NBA memo emphasizing that marginal contact would no longer be rewarded. Officials reportedly dismissed the appeal outright, stating there was no foul. The situation grew even more questionable when, just 2 minutes later, LeBron returned to the court seemingly fully recovered. After initially limping off as though seriously hurt, he reappeared with renewed energy once the Lakers narrowed the deficit to a single point. This rapid turnaround raised eyebrows, especially among fans who have followed his career closely. Many pointed to a perceived pattern of disengagement during difficult moments, followed by timely reappearances when victory seems possible. Social media quickly amplified the controversy. Clips circulated showing inconsistencies in his behavior, such as clutching his left elbow on the floor but later holding his right arm while walking to the tunnel. Fans mocked the apparent confusion, with some accusing him of exaggeration for attention. Others criticized what they viewed as a long-standing tendency to dramatize minor injuries. Even opposing players appeared indifferent. Neither Jokic nor Jamal Murray showed concern, continuing play without acknowledging the incident. Adding to the criticism, LeBron exited the game early once it became clear the Lakers would lose, walking off with 22 seconds remaining and the team down by 7. This fueled speculation that his primary motivation that night was achieving the scoring milestone rather than securing a win. While he avoided media scrutiny afterward, he unknowingly stepped into an even more intense confrontation awaiting him backstage. According to reports, Shaq had already made his way toward the tunnel, intercepting LeBron in the arena's dim, concrete corridors. The atmosphere was described as tense and suffocating. Before LeBron's team could react, Shaq confronted him directly, unleashing a barrage of criticism. He accused LeBron of tarnishing the Lakers' legacy and disrespecting the sacrifices of past legends who built the franchise's reputation. The confrontation reportedly extended beyond the game, with Shaq criticizing what he sees as a broader cultural shift in the NBA. Sources claim Shaq labeled LeBron as emblematic of a soft era, arguing that modern players prioritize personal branding and longevity over competitiveness and resilience. He contrasted this with his own experiences, playing through significant injuries to secure championships. The exchange became increasingly heated, culminating in Shaq allegedly calling LeBron a coward for avoiding accountability during difficult stretches of the season. At one point, the situation nearly turned physical before intervention prevented further escalation. This clash highlights a deeper divide between generations of players. Shaq represents an era defined by physicality and endurance, where toughness was non-negotiable and injuries were often played through without complaint. In contrast, today's NBA emphasizes efficiency, longevity, and player health. Critics argue that this shift has reduced the intensity that once defined the sport, replacing it with a more cautious and strategic approach. Ironically, the same night LeBron celebrated breaking a historic record also became a focal point for criticism of his priorities. Some believe his performance reflected a calculated effort to secure personal milestones while avoiding the pressure of high-stakes moments. Statistical analysis has further fueled debate, suggesting that the Lakers' performance metrics, both offensively and defensively, may not significantly benefit from his presence. Data points such as win percentages, net ratings, and defensive efficiency have been cited to argue that the team sometimes performs better without him on the floor. This narrative extends beyond a single game. Observers have pointed to a recurring pattern over the years, where injuries or absences seem to coincide with periods of heightened pressure. Examples from previous seasons, including ankle issues in 2021 and 2022, and a foot injury in 2023, have been revisited as part of this broader critique. While injuries are an inevitable part of professional sports, skeptics argue that the timing raises questions. The criticism has not been limited to fans. Former players and analysts have also weighed in, expressing concerns about leadership and accountability. Discussions around the evolution of the game often surface, with comparisons drawn between past eras and the modern NBA. Some argue that today's players face different challenges, while others believe the competitive spirit has diminished. Meanwhile, younger players entering the league appear to idolize figures from earlier generations, emphasizing traits like toughness and determination. This shift in admiration reflects changing perceptions of greatness, with many valuing intensity and leadership over longevity and statistical achievements. Off the court, reports suggest growing tension within the Lakers organization. Speculation about internal discussions and future roster decisions has intensified, with some voices calling for a transition away from LeBron's leadership. While such claims remain unconfirmed, they contribute to the narrative of a team at a crossroads. Ultimately, the events surrounding the Denver game have become more than just a single controversy. They represent a convergence of performance issues, generational differences, and evolving expectations within the NBA. Whether viewed as a momentary lapse or part of a larger pattern, the incident has sparked widespread debate about legacy, leadership, and the direction of the game itself.